With the new year upon us, I wanted to reflect back on 2021, specifically the strides I've made in what has become my favorite outdoor activity. At the end of January in 2021, I did my first kayak camping trip. It wasn't much, and it wasn't far, but I had the gear I needed, and I was ready for a shakedown cruise. It was a 10-minute paddle from my launch to the campsite, and I got there early in the day. Most of the rest of the day was spent doing camp stuff, building and maintaining the fire, and pitching the tent. I tried my hand at fishing, I didn't catch anything, and I spent a lot of time reading and just enjoying being out there. Having been my first time camping in over a decade, and being alone, I'm not ashamed to say that once the sun set, I was pretty nervous. But the sense of calm you get from an open fire, and a little help from some liquid courage, was enough to settle the nerves and allow me to enjoy the beauty of a night on the river. The next morning, I felt rested and refreshed. I'd forgotten how great it felt to sleep outdoors. I made breakfast, packed up camp, and made the short paddle back to the launch where I'd parked my car. I learned a lot on this short trip. I learned that sleeping on the ground sucks, so I got a hammock. I learned I didn't like the way my Gemini handled with gear on it, so I got Bella. I learned that while cooking over a fire is great, when you don't drop your food into the fire, it's time-consuming, and decided I should see what other options were out there, and that included options that didn't require a cooler. My next overnight trip wouldn't be until my 3 days on the Santa Fe River at the end of May, but in those 4 months I acquired the gear I wanted and applied the lessons I learned, and now I'm looking for ideas and planning future trips both inside and outside of Florida. Because in the end, when you find something that nourishes your soul and brings you joy, you should care enough about yourself to make room for it in your life, and do it as often as you can. And I look forward to doing more of this in the coming year.